So just last night, Sega reviewed a brand new title for the Sonic franchise coming out this year. And that is the movie game.
I got hot sauce in my bag, swag.
Before we get started, I just want to share today's fan art. So this fan art comes from someone named Cat Kid Yesy, and this is just perfection. This is literally perfect. Thank you so much. Anyway, hello there beautiful human, my name is RidersDX and welcome to my channel, where today we're going to be talking about what is not a movie game, unfortunately, but it is a brand new title in the Mario and Sonic series, Mario and Sonic Olympic Games. So it looks like this one is for the upcoming 2021 in Tokyo, and so we've got some new footage here and there, not too much footage, but a little bit of new footage and a couple of screenshots to kind of look through. So, and we've also got the review of not just a Mario and Sonic Olympic Games on Nintendo Switch, but we also got the review of an arcade version and a mobile phone version. So there's a lot of different things coming out soon, so let's go ahead and dive into it. So in the trailer that was released, we got a few short clips of some of the mini games that are going to be in this game, and of course we've had like 3 games of this at this point, at least of the summer one, so a lot of these games will seem very familiar, like of course the running track one. There's also a screenshot of the running track one, and in this one you see that Mario is in the lead, and so I know that made a lot of Sonic fans happy in particular. Oh, by the way, you know, I recently made a poll asking for what franchise you all want me to cover next, and Mario by far was the clear winner, so this is actually perfect for me because this is kind of like my chance to kind of start going into Mario content a little bit. So we're not just going to focus purely on Sonic here, we're also going to look into Mario characters as well and see like what Mario's bringing to the table. So that'll be really cool for me because it will allow me to kind of like ease into Mario content and then maybe start actually making Mario videos eventually. Right now I just feel really overwhelmed with like all the Sonic and Crash stuff coming out right now, so I'm gonna hold off on doing Mario stuff for a little bit, but in the near future I definitely want to start making some more Mario videos. So this will just kind of be my first step, so it's really exciting. But yeah, you take a look at the screenshot, they all have different outfits in particular, like they all are wearing tank tops from what it looks like. So you know, Mario's looking pretty snazzy in his, and then you see that Sonic is right next to him, and Sonic is wearing a tank top as well, but he's not wearing pants. And I don't know about you all, but this kind of weirds me out a little bit because it almost makes Sonic look more naked than he would have if he didn't have a tank top, in my opinion. Like, I just feel like he needs pants, he needs some kind of shorts, because it just looks very strange to me. And then you see on the right of, on the right of Sonic, we see Dr. Eggman, and what the hell is he wearing? It looks very, it just looks like something that, like, if my grandpa wanted to like train for track, then that would be what he wore. So yeah, we see that Eggman has that tank top. He also has like some black tights under that tank top, and he's also wearing black shorts, and he's got some black tights on his legs as well. So at least Eggman is trying to get that summer bod, you know, just in time for the Olympic Games. And yeah, and there's some other characters here, but they don't look all that different. I mean, Peach looks kind of same as she did before. Tails has a tank top too, but I can't really see it that well here, but I'm assuming he doesn't have pants just like Sonic. So it's not just Sonic, but it's gonna be basically all the Sonic characters that are probably gonna be wearing tank tops like this but no pants. And yeah, I don't know, I just think it's weird. It looks kind of like off-putting to me, but maybe it's just something I'll get used to, because I know technically we've seen Sonic like naked for like 25 years, but I don't know, just the image of him wearing a tank top with no pants is just something really off about that for me. Maybe I'll get used to it probably, you know, kind of like someone commented on my Twitter account that he is giving off Squidward vibes, and I'm like, okay, I can think of it like that, because Squidward doesn't wear pants, but he wears a shirt, and like I got used to that, so that'll be okay. And while we're talking about screenshots, let me go ahead and pull up the second screenshot, and this is where I really felt like Sonic just wearing a shirt and no pants like really bothers me. Like, if you look over here, like, I think his Sonic really needs pants. Like, I know he has a tail, but I don't think the tail is like sharp or anything like that. I think it's just fur or like a spike, so I'm sure his tail wouldn't mind kind of being confined to pants, but I don't know. but this is a screenshot of the tennis game. So this is really cool. Let me see if there's anything in specific here that's really interesting. I don't see that too much is interesting back here. I mean, we see like the Flickies and the Chow and the Mushroom Kingdom inhabitants in the background, so that's really cool. And yeah, you see Tokyo 2020 like splattered everywhere. Not much else to say about this screenshot. I will say that Sonic's shoes in particular look kind of interesting. They're not his usual shoes, but they look cool. I have to say, they look cool. Now let me go back to the footage and see if there's anything else in the footage. So we also got some footage of like the tennis mini game. We also see later on that there's some footage of the skateboarding game, and this looks really cool actually, so I'm looking forward to playing this one when it comes out. By the way, I have not played a Mario Sonic Olympic game since like the very first one, so I only own the first one. I've never played the other ones, so this will feel like almost a completely new game for me, just because, you know, I just kind of lost interest in the franchise after the first game. But I'm looking for more Nintendo Switch games to kind of play with my friends, so this seems like a perfect game to buy for that. Like, it just seems like a game that would be easy for anyone to get into, so I'm looking forward to buying that and seeing what my friends think of it, so that'll be really cool. And we also got some more footage of Sonic throwing this stick thingy. I'm probably gonna get hated on by like a lot of sports people, but I honestly don't remember what this game is called. But it's a pretty cool shot of Sonic just throwing it, so that's really cool. And let me see if there's anything else in the footage here. Oh yeah, and in the last part of the trailer, we see some people demonstrating how the game is gonna work with the Nintendo Switch. Ooh, so you know, that kid over there was kind of like shaking his arms left and right, like very, very rapidly, and then Mario starts spinning in the game. So that must be a really interesting thing. Is like if you go fast enough, then you will activate some kind of special speed boost, and it'll help you win the race. So that's really cool. Also, it does look like it'd be annoying to play after like a few times, but I don't know, it'll still be really fun. Definitely, I'm still thinking this will be really, really fun, and I'm looking forward to playing this with friends once I get my hands on it. So that'll be a really fun thing to do. Now, I also mentioned earlier that there's going to be an arcade version and a mobile version, so I don't really know too much about the arcade version at this moment. There really wasn't that much reviewed, but we did see some footage of the mobile version. And oh, by the way, the mobile version is just Sonic purely, like no Mario in this one, just Sonic, which I'm a little bit confused about, to be honest, because I'm sure Mario did have a mobile game, right? It's called like Mario Run or something like that. So I'm not really sure why Nintendo doesn't want Mario to be a part of the mobile version, but yeah, it's not like I'm gonna play the mobile version particularly anyway, so I don't really care about that. But that's also something to kind of keep track of too, to kind of see how that's going. But yeah, that looks like it'll be tons of fun too, and it's really cool that we're at least getting another Sonic game this year, just because, I don't know, if we just got Team Sonic Racing, then I would have felt really, really underwhelmed. Especially because Team Sonic Racing was supposed to come out last year. So if Team Sonic Racing did actually come out this year, that would have meant like no Sonic games at all this year. So I'm glad we at least have something, although it is just an Olympic title, so I don't know, not the most exciting thing, but we will make it as exciting as we possibly can. Now, here's one thing I wanted to like talk about. So one thing that I really like about the Olympic games is like those mini games in particular that take a lot of influences from the Sonic and Mario franchises. You know, I remember watching footage of like the winter one where like Sonic and Mario were snowboarding in Radical Highway or something like that, and I really hope they do that a lot more of this title in particular. I actually would argue that should take up like at least half the game, if not more. And the reason for that is because that's a really great way to market this game towards like video gamers, because in my opinion, they're already getting a lot of sales from like Olympic gamer fans, especially because they already have an official title, you know, kind of like a more hyper-realistic version to accompany like this game's release as well. So I don't really understand why they need to make the Mario and Sonic version as realistic as that one. If anything, I think they should make it even more cartoony and more wacky. So bring in more influences from the two franchises and make it even crazier in terms of like what kind of environments we see, what kind of gameplay mechanics we get. I really think that should become like the meat of this game, because if we're not gonna get like a platformer crossover, then the least they can do is try to make this as Mario and Sonic crazy as possible, like inject as much of the two franchises as you possibly can. This is a scenario where I would be happy to see Green Hill Zone come back, you know, just anything like Sonic and Mario related, and make that the majority of the game, because then I think this title would be a lot more interesting and a lot more fun to play. But that's just just me. I think they should just do that, especially because they are already making an official version that's coming out on all consoles, so they might as well make this one stand out from the pack. But those are just my thoughts, and I'm sure that most of you probably feel the same way, although if some of you prefer like the more realistic games, then good for you too. They'll both be really fun, we'll just say. I'm sure that this game will be pretty solid and pretty fun nonetheless, and yeah, it should be fun. And I'm assuming it's coming out this year in the holiday, because that's usually what happens with the Olympic Games. So if it's different, then let me know in the comment section below, but I'm just assuming it's coming out this year, you know, and it's gonna coincide with the movies too, so at least people will know more about Sonic around that time anyway, and be like, oh, I kind of like the movie, so let me go and buy like a video game. Oh, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's go get that. But okay, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you all excited for this game? Are you all not so excited? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section, and also let me know what kind of characters you want to see in these games also. You know, one really good thing about these games is that they always have really good character rosters from what I remember, so I'm looking forward to seeing who's gonna be in this game. Yeah, thank you so much. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to my channel if you like videos like these, want to see more in the future, follow me on Twitter at RidersDX, or join my Discord server, the Spongy Garden. And this is Riders, riding out.